Sometimes it looks like I'm doing a whole lot of nothing. And you go, how is that even possible? And sometimes you can, you know, both people and dogs will feel sore the next day like a good workout, because especially if you've had a structural piece that's moved, all that connective tissue, the muscles, all of those pieces have to come along with it. And it can be a lot for your body. Sometimes if we're working more fluids, endocrine system, those kind of things, they can make you feel kind of loopy for a little while, or a little like, where's my head, where's my feet? I try to make sure before you leave my office that you know where your feet are and you're safe to drive. But some days you might be a little, wow, like, and that's just your nervous system downloading so much information. It's trying to do its work. So Ortho-Bionomy, while I may meet your body, help remind it of some other patterns, it's going to continue the work, often for up to 3 days. Some people say up to 2 weeks. I had a little 2-year-old in the other day that had adenoid surgery, and we came in and we worked along with him. Now, remember when I was doing the example of here is that magnetic field and you can feel it over here? Well, with anybody, but particularly a 2-year-old that needs to move just like a dog, needs to be able to have that freedom of movement and choice, I'm not going to hold him down on my table and do little fine movements on his nose. So I work in that magnetic or energetic field with him. So I was working with him, he's reading a book with Mom, all is great, and he starts going making all kinds of funny faces. His mom's like, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm working inside there where they, you know, where he's just got a lot of scar tissue and stuff going on in there. And so she calls me back the next day, and mind you, I've seen this little guy twice before, and he could kind of just care less about me. It's just about reading books with Mom. And this time, he woke up in the morning asking for me and thinking that he just wanted to come. He was so excited about coming back to see me. And there was a puddle of fluid in his bed. He had been draining all night long. For 2 weeks, she thought he had a cold. She took him to the doctor, and they're like, no, there's nothing. It's just clear fluid. He's just draining. And this little guy, after surgery, had a raspy voice, and the doctors had said, he's going to have a raspy voice the rest of his life. No. 2 weeks, that body just kept draining, kept processing that session, and he doesn't have a raspy voice. The drainage has now finished the work that needed to be done in his body, and it just kept going, and that was just fantastic. He came back for a 2-week follow-up, running in my office, and now I get to read books with him. I'm his new best friend. So it's very, very rewarding and fun with that.